Hey guys, what's up? Savage Games back with another video, and today I'm coming to you guys with a new series, which is a what if series. So I'm not speaking too loudly right now because it's early in the morning, so I have to speak into the phone as close as possible, so I could be loud enough so you guys can hear me. So yeah, this is gonna be what if Deku learned full Cowling earlier. So let's get into it. But before we do, drop that heat. Alright, so let's get started. So pretty much we're gonna start where Deku figured out he did not have, or where we're gonna start where Midoriya figured out that he didn't have a quirk. So once he figured out he didn't have a quirk, pretty much he would just be sad for it, like, for a while, but then after he would start thinking that he would need to work out. So he would kind of commit to like working out a bit more. So of course, later on he's still smart. So he would definitely still be smart, but he would be focusing more on working out. So yeah. So he's gonna be working out, and he's gonna kind of keep doing this until the start, or no, not the start, until the time skip of where he gets older and the whole sludge monster event. So pretty much gonna head to the sludge monster event. So guys, so the events are gonna happen relatively the same, except what's the name? Seeing how Midoriya went out to try to save Bakugo from the sludge monster. Of course, All Might's gonna see potential in him, even though he didn't have any quirk. He still tried to be a hero, which is what a true hero should do. And so he told Deku to meet him at the beach. So All Might wanted to see just how much Deku was, or how his physique was, so he knew exactly how much he would need to go until Deku was ready. But once Deku took his shirt off, All Might knew he was ready already, because all the working out he did when he was a kid, all the way up until now, he was pretty much built, a bit more built than he was in canon, at when the time skip happened, but not too built, but a bit more built. So All Might gave him a piece of his hair straight away and started training Deku. So this is where events kind of start to change. So Deku would train for about 2 months, trying to get up to a certain point to use One for All good. And so All Might would try to get Deku to use it throughout his. He would start realizing in a month. All Might would start realizing that Deku was using it more, using One for All more as like a special attack than actual part of his body, like everybody else does. So he would start realizing that Deku needs to use it more throughout his entire body. So he would try to start training him to use full Cowling. So he would make him try to push his limits and make him be able to use like higher percentages of One for All. So Deku would get to around about 8% around this time, which is pretty much he's only able to use 8%. I think about now he's able to use 25%, which is way improvement from season 3. We can only use 8%, but yeah. Anyway, so he'd be able to use 8%, which is actually pretty good considering the circumstances. But since all that training helped out and how smart Deku is, he's able to adapt faster, including thanks to his body. So, and the training also kind of helped out Deku's body even more, so his body adapted faster as well. So pretty much All Might saw that Deku still wasn't exactly getting it, and All Might didn't exactly know how to teach Deku the way on how he was trying to teach him or try to get Deku to learn how to use it. So he took him to Gran Torino, so that way he can train him. And pretty much the events there will happen as the same, except Deku would be a bit more of a prodigy and using One for All. So Gran Torino will see potential in him, but he would see that he's still lacking something in order for Deku to catch him. For instance, he would pretty much use the little fish shaped waffle thing again, and then Deku realized that, or he kind of thought that Great Tornado was talking about like the waffle represents his quirk. That if he heats it up throughout his whole body, he will be able to keep it throughout his whole body. That 8%. So in doing so, Nick was able to learn full Cowling right there, and that was pretty much in the third month. He would learn it. Considering he learned it really fast in the anime. So then he would take a break for the fourth month. So there would be 6 months left for Deku to train. And then he would get back to training on the fifth month. So he would start using full Cowling again, and then switching on and off from using it and not using it. And pretty much just get a chance to have more experience with it, moving up from 8% to 10% of using a quirk. So that's only 90% away of him fully mastering it, which is pretty much a lot of progression considering this of the percentages he was able to use at first when he had full Cowling. So yeah. So now we're pretty much time skipping all the way to the 10-month thing, the 10-month time skip where it's the entrance exams. So pretty much Deku has more of a handle on his quirk, so during the entrance exams he's pretty much able to easily take out the robots. Of course, when it comes to Uraraka, she got trapped under some rubble, so Deku has to use a bit more power to knock it off of her. He pretty much the injury is not too fatal, but it still kind of hurts, and it kind of breaks his finger, or no, not his finger, his hand. Well, yeah, his finger, since All Might made him adapt to using them one for all more. So in those 10 months, so yeah, he would break a finger, and then to defeat the robot, he would use his fist to break it. He would break his hand, but then he would get the healing girl. I forgot her name. Recovery girl, I think her name is. I think they were pretty much all have already met around this time, considering that he trained early on. So she would be saying something like, "You really need to stop breaking your limbs and all your body parts." Rocco would question if they knew each other, and recovery girl would say, "You have no idea." So later on, we would then move on to the end with Deku results in the entrance exams, him defeating a lot of robots and getting some hero points. He would be number 1 student. So he'd be hiding Bakugo and Todoroki on him. So he would be seen as like somebody who's really good and to take pointer from. So Ida, he would come to Deku later on in the day, say that he's sorry for leaving the burden on you to save Uraraka from the rubble and the robot. And what's the name? He feels ashamed that he didn't decide to help out, because it's what a true hero would do. And seeing how Deku knows this, even though he probably trained a lot like he did, it still doesn't affect on how you act as a hero. So doing so, he would invite Ida for like some brunch or coffee or whatever, and Ida will give him his number. They start talking and have their bromance. So they become great friends. Same with Uraraka. Invited him to dinner for thanks of him saving her. So yeah. Once that happens, we move on to the little test, I think it was called. I forgot what the tests were called. But since Deku pretty much had time to study for the test, he got a better score on the test than he did in canon or in the anime. So yeah, things are looking up Deku right now. So I'm gonna kind of fast forward until the UA High tournament. So I'm gonna kind of skim through until Deku's fight. It's a bit blurry for me because it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure his first fight was with Todoroki. Well, no, it was with Bakugo, I'm pretty sure. because after Todoroki he didn't fight anymore. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna just skip to Todoroki. So Deku's fight with Todoroki goes a bit different because since he used full Cowling early on, his blows aren't as destructive, but Deku has a bit more training now, so he's able to use 15%, and he's realizing that since he's able to use 15% in that full Cowling, he's able to lessen the strain on his body when he focuses it on one point using 15%. What's the name? He's able to push Todoroki to the limit, to the point where he decides he has no choice but to use his fire side. So he doesn't get help from Deku to actually use his fire side this time, because he realized that it's either this or he pretty much just gets easily defeated by him. So he pretty much gets intimidated to just use his fire side for a second, and then pretty much Deku, realizing that if he doesn't go all out, he pretty much almost just won't win. So he uses pushes his body to use 20%, and directing it in one punch, and then pretty much the heroes will realize that this could cause massive destruction, so they would stop it. Deku breaking his arm, but since he's still like I said, his body's a little bit more built than Canon, so and with his MS training and learning full Cowling, it won't have such a toll on his body than it did in Canon. So he would stay standing, while the blow on Todoroki would be a bit more fatal. And when Deku, with both of them still standing, Deku would finish it off with a little flick, blowing Todoroki away, not being able to handle what just happened. So yeah, making Deku the winner. Now, you guys think this may be plot armor for him, but to be honest, it's still going to be a lot of drawbacks. And I'll tell you, once we get into that, you'll see. But pretty much establishing that it's going to be Deku versus Bakugo now. So Bakugo, I don't know if he faced Bakugo before Todoroki, but just in case he didn't, I'm going to establish this, because it was Todoroki versus Bakugo. So Deku versus Bakugo. So pretty much Bakugo is gonna take advantage of fighting Deku by using his explosion quirk to have his speed. By using the explosion quirk to have more speed and try to be faster than Deku. But because of full Cowling, he's able to move way faster than he is normally. Because full Cowling enhances his body entirely with super strength and it makes him go way faster. So of course he's gonna be able to go faster than Bakugo, including with having 15% and being healed up by Recovery Girl. So, yeah. But having a bit more caution this time, he tries to end it as quick as possible without having to really break his body as much. So, realizing that if Deku being a bit smarter around this time, realizing that if he keeps using his arm like this, even no matter how many times he gets healed, eventually his arms won't be able to be stable for him to use it a smash anymore. So he starts to try to adapt to his legs more. I'm gonna give him shoe style early too. Well, not exactly early, but like he'll use the idea of using his legs just for a bit, but he won't develop shoe style until like later on. So he will start using his legs more to get faster, and then to catch Bakugo off guard, he would use his legs to kick him, which would be more of a fatal blow. So he would use a smash there and pretty much catch Bakugo off guard. But Bakugo would catch himself with his explosion quirk, and then try to catch Deku off guard by making it seem like he's about to explode it right in his face when he's actually gonna go for his stomach. Well, no, when he's actually finna go behind Deku and then shoot from behind to try to ring him out. But because of Deku using his legs this time instead of his fists, he's able to back kick Bakugo and then finish him off with a flick to blow Bakugo off of the ring, making him the winner of the whole tournament, the UA festival. So making Deku the winner, and pretty much after that he meets with Gran Torino again, and also kind of All Might, just so they can train a bit more, because Deku still wants to get stronger, so he meets back up with Gran Torino. and so that way he can master more percentages of his one for all. So pretty much it's gonna lead up until he fights I forgot his name, but that guy with the messed up mouth with the tissue or tape on the tissue over his mouth. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it up right here. My time is running out, so if you want part 2, make sure you get the video to 5 likes, guys. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord so you can become a member of the Savage Gang. And tell me if you guys like this, if you're liking this series and how it's going so far. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.